Alright, so I'm back, and today what we're going to take a look at is something really different. Well, I guess not different, it's a transformer, and that's what we do here. But today we're going to take a look at Make Toys Hyper Novae. I think that's how they say it. AKA Nova Prime, AKA Nemesis Prime. And here he is in his truck mode. Spec tires don't line up very well. What we're also going to be doing is, since this is a Nemesis Prime essentially, we're going to compare him to the Universe Nemesis Prime with the BTS trailer. So I can, try and give you guys an idea which one I think has more value. And there they are in their semi-truck modes. I think I might have mistransformed this guy just a tad because this wheel's not spinning, as you can see. Well, you can't see. Let's zoom in. So when I rotate it, that one wheel doesn't spin. Neither does this back one unless I push this down. Then it spins, but this one still doesn't. So, not sure what's going on with that. We'll blame that one on user error because the figure itself is pretty solid. These things rotate down. The wheels, they're on a hinge, and I'll show you that later. So let's start by, let's remove the trailer here. Set that off. Well, we'll set this off to the side. Then we'll take this trailer off. Set that off to the side. So here he is in his, just the trailer. So it still doesn't quite reach. I don't know what's going on. Well, we're not going to focus too much. Like I said, it might be just user error on that one. So there they are in the truck modes together. As you can see, the universe is a little bit longer. Mostly because of his feet just stick out the side here. So if they didn't have feet, this one would be a little bit longer. Also, you can tell that with this wing he's taller, but without the wing he'd still just be a hair taller than Nova. So that's cool. Because I mean he is just a deluxe spot. So now I would say, just for the truck modes, I'd say this one takes the point. This just looks meaner. This one's more unique and more realistic, whereas this just looks big, beefy, and mean. So, 1 point to Nemesis. Sorry, Nova. Cool looking truck, but Nemesis just is that much better. Alright. Now I would knock Nemesis on the fact that you have to buy the BTS trailer separate. But for the sakes of this review, I can't do that because, in all actuality, this guy is more expensive than Nemesis plus the trailer. So you're going to spend more money on Nova Prime than you will on both those. So anyway, so trailer does nothing. It's nothing. It just sits there. There's no battle station mode like with the battle tanker for the Optimus mold. So yeah, not too interesting in vehicle mode there. Whereas this one, as I've already shown off, you can take this off, and this all folds out. There's guns that you can give to anybody that can hold a 5mm peg. This all folds out, and then you got this thing that rotates out. So when it comes to playability in truck mode, this one wins again. So like I said, there's just more to it. So that's another one for the Nemesis. He's winning so far. Let's get these guys in the robot mode, and we'll see differences. Okay, obvious differences, but let's see who wins there. So we've already seen Nemesis here transform, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. But rather than pause the camera, for you guys can watch. So we got Nemesis in his robot mode. Get his guns going here as well. And there you go. Again, we've already seen him, so what we really want to look at is him. So, alright, so first thing you want to do is split this like that. Pull the arms out like this. And then check the cell phone, see what's going on. Okay. Split the legs. You can take the gun out right there. And of course, you know, as soon as I get the full white background, I'm reviewing a white figure, so sorry about that. Take these little panels here, fold these forward, and fold the feet down. And then what you want to do is you rotate the whole tire assembly. It's on a swivel, and you rotate that back and then collapse it in like so. And the first couple times you do this, it is just really stiff, but it starts loosening up after a little bit. Go. It is just really, really tough. And next thing, we rotate these. You want to rotate this whole chest assembly up. Well, okay, first pull the head out, rotate that around. And then right here, and this is one important thing you gotta remember to do, these little door panels here, you wanna swivel in and put them flush. Otherwise, you're not gonna go far here. So, put the head like so. And pull this hole simply up, and then it just gives you all sorts of difficulty while you're on camera. Pull these two hinges down, and they can just click. Well, pull that down, put these together like so. Alright, pull these back, and now we can do the, you want to collapse this down, and once you get here, you just want to give it a good push till you hear it click into place. Now they say to rotate these panels up like so. Personally, I like it in this format. Just rotate this forward and just leave it like that. I think it looks better in all modes, or all the armored modes and stuff. This is how it should look, I think. And that's how I'm gonna do it. And you take his gun, just plug it into his hand here. And there you go. So, size comparison, Nemesis is bigger than Nova Prime. Let me get a close-up of his face. Great head sculpt there. Really looks menacing. It's hard to see in the camera, but he does have the mouth visor, or mouth plate. So that's cool. Posability, his arms are on hinges. They get a little hindered by this whole assembly here. But it does go back in and out. There's a hinge there to make it rotate up and down, and then there's a hinge here for the arm itself. So it does get a good range of motion in the arms if you don't knock it for that. There's a swivel, bends at the elbow, actually both ways at the elbow. He's got a great ball joint hand and swivel, so he's got great range of motion in his hand. If you move this piece out of the way, he does have the waist swivel. Head's on a ball joint, so gets a great range of motion in his head. Hips are on double ratchets. Nice tight ratchets there. Swivel at the thigh, bends at the knee, and he's got a swivel or a hinge here and a ball joint at the foot. So his posability easily tops Nemesis, who head is on a swivel. There's also a little up and down for transformation. Arms on a swivel, in and out. Ratchet elbow, nothing at the hand. Waist rotates in and out. Bends at the knee, swivel, and a little foot pivot. So overall, he's got more posability. Comes to size, he takes the cake, but I got to give the point to robot mode to him because of his articulation and his sculpt. He just looks a lot better than Nemesis does. And now we get into, let's get the trailer back out here. What you want to do here is pull this piece here off. Pull these hands out. These will slide out like so. And then take this piece in here out. And that's all you need from the trailer for the moment, so we'll set that back off to the side. So, take his gun off. So what we want to do here, start off, you take this little piece here, and there's a slot right here and a slot right there, and there's also 2 little notches there for these 2 little posts here. Just plug that in for that, and then take the fist and you just plug it into his hand like so. Pretty simple, nothing too fancy about that. I do love how the plastic does, the coloration does work on that. Then you want to take these pieces here, rotate these little hinges out, and this one goes on this side, and you just take this hook, plug it over the post there, and this rotates forward. There's a little notch right there that fits over this little peg right there, so just kind of hard to show on camera there. Like so, and like so. Now he's got big boxing gloves. Let's get these out. You fold this out and that becomes a big gun. Set that to the side. And we'll fold the feet down, rotate it forward. Again, just fold this up, fold down the feet, rotate around. And what you want to do is take the feet, collapse them back up like they were in truck mode. And this is the part that, like, I'm not a huge fan of just because of how tight it fits on there. But you want to, there we go. And what you want to do is there's, at the bottom of the feet, you can see this indents there. And there's those little hooks that are right in there that you want to just force over that. Like that, and then plug this into the bottom of the feet, and that locks everything in really nice and secure. Do that again over here. This is the one that always gives me a lot of trouble. The right foot's not too bad, but the left one just, whew. So you just want to give that a good push. Oh, and of course it fits right in right away. We'll lock that in, and there you have him in his upgraded mode. Give him his guns. And now we have a bigger Nova Prime. So here he is next to Nemesis Prime again, and now they're almost the same size. So for this, I have to give the point to Nova Prime because, you know, Nemesis doesn't combine with his trailer. You can buy the City Commander version of it, but basically you end up with a black Ultra Magnus, whereas this guy you end up with a bigger Nova Prime. Now, last thing you want to do, take this trailer and extend the wings out like so. Just kind of extend those out, fold this piece up and around like so, and on his back here you take this piece, fold this down, and what everyone says is on the inside here there's a little screw, and just loosen that up. Once you do that, it makes this part a lot easier, and everyone is right. What you want to do here is fit the hooks into the slots, and There you go. He's got his backpack on. And then you take this chest piece. You want to rotate his head sideways. Otherwise it won't fit. And this chest piece will just fold down and lock on. You can rotate his head forward. So now he's got a bigger chest, overall bigger body, and the wings. Fold the wings. Just kind of spread them out a little bit. He becomes a little back heavy. Everyone says that he's very stable, but he's a little back heavy. And then you can take the little kickstand down if you want, but that adds more weight to the back. So I like to leave it up because it's still, with that weight on the upper part of his body, it helps weigh him forward. Come on. Stand for me. There we go. So there we have Nova Prime in its full power-up mode, and Nemesis Prime looking actually a little dinky next to him, in his same exact mode that he's been in because there's no upgrades. And he does have his trailer here still with his little roller. So again, I have to give the upgraded version to Nova Prime here. He does retain all his articulation that he did before, plus now he's got these articulated wings which have, see, they're on hinges on the inside. They get a little hindered because of his mode, but there is up and down there. They do ratchet out. There's a swivel right here, another swivel in and out. This huge assembly is on a ball joint. Each one of the wings has a little bit of a hinge to it. This has a double hinge here and a swivel there. And then he does lose all the articulation in his hands for the most part. It does go in and out, but it's pretty much gone. But the feet are still on ball joints, so good range of motion, and the toe is on a hinge and the heel's on a hinge, so you get a good range of posability on that. So, all in all, this guy, at first I was like, when I first got him, I wasn't too impressed with him, but after I fiddled with him a little bit, he became very impressive very quickly. So, if you get him, and you're anything like me, you might not like him right away. But all in all, I have to give this guy a 10 out of 10. He is impressive. He's just so big and menacing. The wings are just incredible. They tell you to swivel this out and then put the wings underneath them like this, and that looks okay. Personally, I like how I had it with the wings being able to outstretch however you want. So that's me. So it's up to you if you like the more part of his upper shoulder or coming off his back. I like the back look. So, and these things swivel and all sorts of different things. I don't like it. I think it would have been better if this was just one piece. Anyway, so when it comes to a comparison between the Nemesis and Nova, there's no question. Nova is better than Nemesis in this format. Nemesis Prime is always awesome, but the fact that Nova's more of his own character and not just a repaint of Optimus, And that's exactly what he is. He's just a repaint of the Optimus mold. So I would say he's just so much better than he is, even with the BTS trailer. Without the BTS trailer, there's not even a remote question to the who's better. Let's do the comparison with the Seeker. Here he is next to Acid Storm. So he's definitely better or bigger. And just because I have him right here, here he is next to Orion Pax. That's about accurate. So he costs on average I'd say about $80 in package right now. The BTS trailer anywhere between $50 and $80. So you're spending anywhere between 150 or 130 and 160 for this set. If you go with the Shadow Commander, which does look impressive, I won't lie, you're looking upwards of $150 for just the Shadow Commander set, which I have the City Commander set, so we'll just throw that guy in the back. So he, it would make him a lot bigger and better, but just it's. I think this works for Ultra Magnus. I don't think it works for Nemesis. Now, Nova here, he's about $180. It's $180 from the Make Toys site, I think. I couldn't figure that site out till save my life. I got him from TF Source. I ordered him, I think it was like last Wednesday, and I got him, officially he got in on Friday, so only took a couple days to get him. And best thing about him is because he's so expensive, he instantly gets free shipping. So it was $180, and that was it. $180, no shipping, nothing. So and I typically don't want to recommend this guy, such an expensive third-party figure over a cheaper Hasbro figure, but in this case, I have to say, if you're wanting to get a Nemesis Prime for your collection, and it's down to these two, get him. Not even a question, get this guy. He's just so awesome. I mean, and the little amber bits that go in his wings, they really make him pop all the more. He's just a really, really impressive piece of engineering here. My only gripe, and I'm sure there's a third-party company out there like Dr. Wu that will fix this, is the head. I like it in the upgraded mode, but it looks a little small in the upgraded mode. I wish they would have had a bigger head to add to him. That would have been nice. That would be my only gripe, and that's not even a major one. So yeah. Question of the day is going to obviously be, which one do you guys think looks better? Which one would you rather spend your money on? Trying to get the Nemesis Prime or get the Nova Prime? I have both. Neener, neener, neener.